You know, I actually used to be a barista.
This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello and welcome to Perfect Person, the show where I'm perfect and you're, of course, a person. Put your toes in the soil.
Huh?
Recently, I've been putting my toes in that in a way where I'm waking up in the morning and I have to walk across my yard in order to sort of play with my son and bring him over to Nana's house, and I've been putting my toes in the soil. Grounding my body and soul into the earth that birthed me. At first, I thought it was just for hippies, and then I realized, actually kind of nice.
I'm following you there, but toes in the soil? Are you going?
I gotta miss toes in the mud.
Toes in the mud.
More than because the sprinkler goes off in the morning.
Got it.
And the sprinklers are a little bit broken. So some parts of the yard that don't get that much sun are real squelchy.
Got it.
So I'm sort of, for lack of a better term, putting my toes in the mud.
That makes more sense to me. Toes in the soil felt like foot straight down, digging in.
No, I'm not digging in.
Straight up.
I'm trying to get across the yard as fast as possible. But as I go, I'm squelching and it's going, and I'm sort of, and it's something I've had to just come to terms with because there's no stopping it. The solution is I should have worn my shoes and I don't.
But then you don't experience the connection to the earth.
To the earth and sort of the nature
yeah,
of
the nature
all.
as well.
The nature of the yard and the
it's the nature
and
of
the
the
mosquitoes that are birthing.
And you're squelching.
And I'm squelching. And I'm joined, of course, by Eddy Burback.
Hello.
Eddy, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. I'm
now,
excited to be here.
of course. Oh my God, Eddy. Obviously, you're out there sort of solving big problems.
Am I?
AI.
Ghost
kitchens. Etc. But what makes you perfect today to be on the show to solve the people's problems?
I think that, to be honest, it's hard to make a case when you're a professional YouTuber. I think that I will be open to people's problems. I don't think I will go into it with judgment. And also, I think maybe I am the friend that will understand why maybe somebody is being treated a certain way and not demonize the person that they're having conflict with.
Yeah.
But also make sure that they stand up for themselves. And I think that is at least one of the best qualities I think I can bring to advice is maybe not immediately gassing somebody up into like hating somebody.
Yes.
But also being like, this treatment has gotten to a point where maybe we need to focus on you being okay.
I'm very similar to you in that I also am the friend that's like, well, they're not evil. They're not an evil, horrible, villain. But like, maybe they're not. It's just I usually say like, right key, wrong hole.
Yeah,
like we're just sort of we're clashing here. Like there's a conflict here.
Not to be confused with the devil's advocate friend.
No.
Which. So annoying.
So annoying.
Can I say if anybody is listening and you frequently are like, I think what this person needs is a devil's advocate for their advice. No, they don't.
But it's tough because it's like what I'm doing is not devil's advocating, but what I'm saying is just like, yeah, I see how you feel this way because this person, here's where they're probably coming from.
Right.
Because I think it's important to understand.
Yes.
Although I think it does, like, you run the risk of being the friend that's not fun to gossip with.
Yeah.
Because I'm not able to just be like, literally, let's go fucking key their car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think you could be a fun gossip friend without pushing somebody to key a car. I think there is a balance.
There's a balance.
And
there.
also, I think you'd be a fun friend to gossip with. I know we've had limit, and I also think the same about myself, so I want to discredit us.
I'll say I do love a little kiki, as I'm sure you do.
Listen, it's part of life. It's
fun. One of my favorite things to do is kiki.
Oh man, glass of wine.
Glass of wine, me one glass of wine deep. Oh my God, loving it all.
In those moments, I am just seconds away from a Live, Laugh, Love poster.
Truly, I've become every cliche that I feared. But no, I absolutely feel that way, truly all the time. But, Eddy, obviously you're on the show to help the people here. Now, I do think it's important that we calibrate your advice with the perfect person speed round.
Mm-hmm.
So I've prepared a list of exclusive questions.
I am prepared for the speed round, but I also, I won't, if it takes me time to answer, it's not that I'm trying to find the perfect answer. It's that my mind will go blank sometimes when put under pressure.
That's awesome. And that's exactly why we're stress testing it.
Oh, good.
Perfect speed round starts now. Perfect final snack of the night.
I try not to everything. Oh, the Trader Joe's chicken dumplings.
Trader Joe's
soup
chicken dumplings.
The soup dumplings. And this is very lazy of me, but you can microwave them.
I'm not the purple package. The other one?
No, I think it's
is
purple.
It purple?
No, it's like maroon.
Yeah, because the purple package is the pork.
Yeah.
Purple package is the pork.
Yes, purple package of pork and ginger. That is maybe not the best thing to have right before sleeping, but it's like, I don't know, it's like 210 calories and it's delicious.
It's really nice. Yeah. I'm microwaving, I'm doing a little soy sauce, I'm doing a little chili crisp, and then I'm sort of gobbling those down. I did it last night.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're still in me.
Oh.
So, still in me.
I had them, listen, I had some in the middle of the day yesterday. I don't know if they're still in me.
Perfect movie to rewatch.
Oh man, you're asking me during a month where I've already. It's the 11th. Do you say the date normally? Am I exposing us for the date we're recording?
Sorry. What if I got mad? Don't talk about that. No,
Don't
yeah.
say the
Today's
day.
the 11th and we're recording this.
It's the 11th, and I've watched 10 movies this month. I'm gonna go for a full 30.
Oh my god! What the hell? That's awesome.
This is such a pressure question, but I'll say a recent rewatch that I love. Group of friends of mine watched Blade Runner 2049.
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
Really
I love that movie so much, and it was the best case scenario where I have an OLED TV that I invested in 2020, and the friends coming over started, and I think it was to humor me, and I'm fine with this. Started commenting on how good the picture looked because I had it on physical disc on my PS5 on the OLED, and when you're a guy that does that, the best case scenario is a group of your friends are sitting around going, "Wow, this looks so good." Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. And I know I mentioned that it was on disc and we're watching on the OLED, and I know you all came in with the plan to make me feel good.
Yeah.
And guess what? It worked.
Guess what? It worked. Let me just tell you, the Barnes & Noble Criterion Collection sale hates to see you coming.
It does. There's been a lot of talk about that in the friend group recently. There's been a lot of talk.
Hate to see you coming.
Yeah, yeah.
Hi, one Anora on 4K Blu-ray, please. I also have recently gotten into physical media. Shout out Ashley. She has converted me.
Yes, Ashley was one of the people who complimented the picture on the OLED. Ashley rules. I love
really nice. Shout out Ashley. But I've recently gotten into the physical media space, and I am excited to sort of continue doing it. The only Blu-ray that I have actually physically watched, Walking Dead season 1.
That's so specific.
Walking Dead season 2 on Blu-ray.
Wait,
And
so not one?
Not one, but I purchased one for like $7.
Like the farm looks so good.
I was like, I gotta watch the farm.
Look at
one.
the fence on the farm.
I know, and it was honestly not even in 4K. So it's like, why even do it?
I will say one more. The comfort rewatches. You know, anything. I don't know if I want. I say Studio Ghibli. If people are like it's Ghibli, I just don't want to say Ghibli.
I think it's Studio Ghibli.
Okay,
but it's also Ghibli.
Yeah,
but it's
but it's also whatever you think watching. That's
whatever
the
you're
way.
comfortable with.
The Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, great rewatches. I watched Kiki's Delivery Service for the first time 2 nights ago, and everyone's nice in that movie, and I want to live there.
It's so nice.
I think everyone should be that nice.
When my son was younger, now it's all about, freaking Frozen, which is also kind of slaps. But before, when he was younger, we were like, what's a really low impact show he can watch? Because like with little kids, you kind of want them to watch like things that are not super stimulating.
Right.
And so Kiki's Delivery Service was a big one. It's just about her delivering packages and having a ball.
And nobody's even a little frustrated
or
in that
scared
movie for the most part.
Everything is good.
I guess she's a little frustrated for a bit, but we're all good.
Kiki's kind of depressed for the whole
yeah,
movie. But
yeah. Kiki's going through a lot, but we're rooting for her.
Perfect movie. Sorry, I just asked you that. Perfect place to do a little stroll.
Ooh. Oh, a bunch of places are going through my head right now. I would say Huntington Gardens.
Oh, I've been over there, yeah.
Or like around Lakeview in Chicago.
Oh, nice.
Just nice little strolls.
Little neighborhood. Perfect time to wake up.
my time to wake up is 9:20. But anyone listening to that, and listen, I know you're a parent. And so you're hearing that and you're like, what the fuck?
I'm up a little earlier
Yeah.
than that. But 9:20 I think is respectable.
9:20 is what I realize is a time from a very, very, very privileged schedule and life. And it won't be 9:20 forever. I wake up a little bit earlier than it naturally now, but I still keep it as my alarm just in case I have a good sleep in, which has only happened like twice in the last couple of months. Usually I'm waking up around like 8:10.
Yeah, that's nice.
Still kind of sleeping in.
That's clean though. That's clean. Perfect vacation spot.
I feel like I don't vacation a lot. I'll say a recent one I went to with my brother and his girlfriend, who I adore both of them. We went to Sequoia National Park.
Oh, gorgeous.
And it was incredible. Yeah. I love Sequoia so much.
Completely gorgeous place. Perfect video game of all time.
Ooh, there's a lot of different answers to this. I might say Breath of the Wild for like just a big umbrella for the amount of people that can enjoy it.
Yeah.
I could have a million answers to that. Halo 3's on that list for me.
Halo 3.
I love Halo 3. But
Warthog off the ship at the end of the thing.
Yeah. I think it's onto the ship.
Sorry, it's onto the ship.
Onto the ship, into the thing.
Oh, you always think it's going to go off when the cutscene starts.
Yeah, the cutscene starts.
That's good. Oh, Halo 3, man, that rocks.
I feel like there's a long list of really incredible games, and it's same with movies where I'm like, depends on my vibe.
I was recently trying to do a Google spreadsheet of all the games I put over 100 hours into, or then I was like, what's the cutoff where like it's so many games? I was like, is it 70 hours? Is it like 60 or whatever? And I just was like, man, I got to replay all these fucking games. Like Baldur's Gate 3, it was like an unbelievably large.
Love Baldur's Gate.
It was so fucking good. Witcher 3, I also put like 200 hours into.
That's one of the games where I'm like, I always play like 2 or 3 hours, and it's not that it doesn't grab me, but I ask the question of like, do I want to invest?
Yeah. And Witcher 3 is a crazy one because I bought it. It was in my GameStop era, so I was like buying games, trying to beat them in 7 days to return them used. And because if you returned them, it's 7 days to return a used game. You get your full amount back onto a gift card and then continue the cycle. So I used the same $30 like over and over and over again.
That's incredible.
And this was like college or something like that. And I was just like, yeah, but Witcher 3, bought it, played like, an hour of it, was like, not for me, returned it, bought it again, played like a little bit more, was kind of like, not for me. Then like 6 months passed, bought it, put 200 hours into it.
I feel like Witcher 3 there's a couple pieces of media like that. Better Call Saul is one of those.
Sure, yeah, slow start.
Yeah, slow start. I think everyone I know who loves that show, including myself, got into it and out of it a couple of times while it was airing.
Definitely.
And then you finish that show and you're like, it is a crime that I ever struggled to get back into this or was procrastinating for it. I love that show so much.
And it's also like, all of it goes together so perfectly. Like, I kind of want to watch Better Call Saul into Breaking Bad into El Camino as like a one, which would be delightful. Perfect candle smell.
I'm a big fan of the fall scents. I do also like the very woody candles. I think maybe I'm a sucker for like a kind of apple cinnamon, but not too artificial.
Oh, sure.
Just a kind of like a apple pie kind of a fall feeling, but it can't be too strong or too
Yeah,
sweet.
it'll give me a headache if it smells like a dollar store. Like where the dollar store smells are just like really artificial.
I got a sweet pumpkin candle like maybe 2 weeks ago, and it is too strong to even have the lid open unlit. I was like, what happened?
It's an air freshener.
It's crazy.
Holy shit. And finally, perfect fruit.
I'm going to go with the candle stuff, and I know this is not going to be a popular answer.
Whoa.
I really have always loved apples in a Honeycrisp apple.
Dude, I'm on an apple kick recently. I've had an apple a day to keep the doctor away for the last 2 weeks.
Go to the doctor.
Sorry.
Still go to the doctor.
I have a boil on my back. But no, I've been having an apple every single time.
This is a side note, but the video that I just released, I didn't sleep because I was editing and rendering, and the render took forever for the upload. So basically, I had a day where the video came out and I didn't sleep. And I'm not good at I can't really nap. It's rare that I can nap during the day. So I got toward the end of the day and I grabbed a Honeycrisp apple for myself. And in my head, I repeated the phrase, "A doctor a day keeps the apple away." And then I stopped and I was like, I need to go to bed.
A doctor a day keeps an apple away.
No substances.
No.
Just the lack of sleep. I was like, I think my brain is broken.
That's gorgeous. That's really nice. Well, Eddie, you've successfully passed the speed round. And we have got to get to the phone lines. But before we do, if you like the show, consider rating and subscribing it on every single platform so you don't miss a single episode. And if you love the show, consider joining us on Patreon, where you can get the ad-free extended version of every single episode, including this one where we waxed about Eddy's sort of birthplace / the Egg Harbor in Schaumburg, Illinois. Mm-hmm. And also, there's a free newsletter on Patreon that I just started putting out every week. Comes out on Mondays, and it's got kind of, wild little weird essays that are from me. And on the Patreon, there's also bonus episodes every single Friday where I call back people from the show and I get their hot little updates. I sort of give them one-on-one counseling after the fact, after the group therapy, and I see how my advice changed their lives or ruined them. And
every single one starts with like, so now that fuck-ass guest isn't here.
Yeah, can you believe the guest?
Ethan Nestor, woof.
Boing. More like crank gameplays. But
that's just as usual.
But head on over to Patreon if you want all that and more. And Eddy, we've got to get to the calls.
Let's do it.
When I first started a business, I had no idea what I was doing, okay? I was like, do I sell stuff now? Had absolutely no clue, okay? I was up a creek without a paddle, as the expression goes. But I didn't know what I even needed, okay? I needed a special tool that was gonna make it all easier, and finding the right tool that not only helps you out but simplifies everything can be such a game changer. For millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify, because Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From household names like Mattel and Gymshark to brands just getting started. Everybody that I know who has a business that sells something uses Shopify. It's just the #1 tool when it comes to tracking sales, when it comes to setting people up and getting them to successfully purchase your thing all the way through checkout. Shopify just is that tool. I personally use Shopify to set up a couple different pieces of my business that I'm announcing soon, and it scales with you, so it can be with you when you're a small business or when you grow into a giant megacorp. So if you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into cash with Shopify on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period and start selling today at shopify.com/perfectperson. Go to shopify.com/perfectperson. That's shopify.com/perfectperson. When I was a child, I was mowing lawns to get a little bit of cash to go on down to the corner store to buy a candy. But modern times call for modern measures, okay? Money is digital. Money is sort of on the computer. It's a number, but it's important to understand the boundaries and how to save and how to spend. And that is where Acorns Early comes in. Acorns Early is the money app and debit card that makes it easy to grow kids' smart money habits. Acorns Early lets kids learn by doing. They can earn money with an in-app chores tracker, practice real-life budgeting with automatic allowances, and even set their own savings goals. It's not just a card, it's their card with 35 plus customizable designs to choose from. Plus, kids feel the impact of their spending choices, sparking independence and confidence with every swipe. I, as a child, always liked to save in my piggy bank and stuff, but I did feel like I didn't really totally understand money or how it was going to fit into my life. And I have 2 young children right now, and when they're older, I'm absolutely going to be using Acorns Early to give them allowance and allow them to start to save and allow them to choose what they spend money on, so that they have an understanding of how the rest of their life is going to be. It's such an important skill, and I'd like to start it early. Ready to join over 1.2 million parents and kids who have unlocked their kids' potential with Acorns Early? Get your first month on us when you head to acornsearly.com/perfect or download the Acorns Early app. That's 1 month free when you sign up at acornsearly.com/perfect. Acorns Early card is issued by NBKC Bank, member FDIC, pursuant to license by Visa USA. Free trial for new subscribers only. Subscription fee starting from $5 per month unless canceled. Terms apply at acorns.com/early terms.
I hit my coworker's car in the parking lot, and I left a note and everything, and he texted me, but he didn't have my number saved, so he doesn't know that it was me, and I've been going to work for like a week, and I haven't told him that it was me yet. Should I tell him, or just hope he doesn't find out?
Holy shit. He's gonna find out.
Yes, I have a lot of questions, especially with how they're handling it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's so crazy. Because also, like, by the way, it's until eventually the coworker's gonna be like, oh, let's add you over to my phone. And then the texts are gonna pop up. Hello, you called Perfect Person, and I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Eddy Burback.
Oh, Eddy Burback. No way.
What's up? How's it going?
What's up?
Hello. Okay, Eddy, what's the fake name for this guest?
Obama.
Thanks for calling, Obama. Now, Obama, why don't you tell me, first of all, where you work? What type of job do you have?
I am a school teacher, specifically an after-school music teacher.
That is not what I was expecting.
I could never have imagined.
all.
I was picturing the most like business office possible.
Right. I was like tax, or I was honestly like frozen yogurt. I did not know what you were going to say. Okay, so you were an after-school music teacher, you said?
Yeah,
Cool job.
Interesting. Very cool job. And what grades?
second to third and a couple fourth graders.
Oh, kids. Oh, that's great. Okay, cool. So like little kids. That's awesome. And we're going to need Eddie a fake name for the person's car they hit.
I really just looked at the wall and we're going to say Hat.
Hat. Okay, beautiful. Obama and Hat. Hat. So Hat is the owner of the car that you hit. What does Hat do at the school?
So basically we both work for this company where we provide the music classes to the school.
Oh.
So it's just me and him basically. And we go to the school together. He teaches the band class and I teach the orchestra class.
So of all the cars in the parking lot, you hit your only coworker's car.
Yeah, because you don't work with anybody else.
And the thing is, so I get there. So first of all, the parking lot is an awful parking lot. There's no parking lines anywhere. There's no like semblance of what's going on in this parking lot.
Yeah.
And I try and pull into this spot. I'm like, I think I can make it. I get a little bit too close to this car. I like hit it a little bit and then I'm like, oh crap, I just hit this guy's car. And then I move out and then I see this huge line in the back of his car. I'm like, oh crap, I just hit this guy's car. And then I go and I park on the street. I go back in, I leave a note, and then I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll deal with that later. And then we go to work. I come out of work. We're both walking to our cars. I go really fast to my car and I turn around and I see him get in the car. And I think, are you kidding me? The thing is, when I hit his car the first time, I thought, I was like, what if that was his car? Like, what if?
Brutal.
And it was.
Also, the fact that, to give you some credit of the panic here, the fact that you didn't know it was his car and you were walking together. I get getting in your car and being like, oh God. For a second, I thought you were saying you were getting into the car and you knew it was his and you were like, I need to book it into my car.
Oh my God. Jesus.
No.
That's a tough situation to bring up. Sorry, you go ahead and continue.
So then I left a note. I left my phone number on there and I see that he was getting into the car and I thought, oh crap, he's going to know that it was me because he's going to text my phone number. And then I get a text from him later that night saying like, hello, my name is Hat and I think you hit my car earlier. And I realized, oh my God, he doesn't have my phone saved. He doesn't know it's me.
Wait, but you did say your name. Does he know your name?
No.
Oh.
Here's the thing. I left my name. He doesn't know my name.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know my name. We just started this job and like, I don't really interact with him that much. We just kind of walk in together and then he goes and does his class and I do mine.
Oh.
So did you say your name? You said your name on the note. So you have announced yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you haven't basically dealt with the awkward experience of being like, by the way, it was me that sort of smashed into your car. And how much damage was the car? Like, is it going to cost you money to repair?
It wasn't a lot. It's just a small dent and then some scratches on the back.
Yeah. Oh.
So in the exchange of your information, are you exchanging insurance? Are there driver's license involved?
Oh,
I would assume that at a point it's got to be known, especially if there's damage. I would assume he would want more of your info. Has that happened?
Kind of. It seems like he doesn't really care that much, which I guess is good.
That's how I would feel, by the way. If my car got I have a piece of shit car, like Prius, that's like 2007. It's totally scratched up. It's been hit and run like 3 times. I would not care.
My mentality is that if I get a car, it's going to get scratched up and a little busted. And as long as it works, somebody's going to hit it in a parking lot at some point. That's happened to 2 cars that I've, had before.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would say for you when you interact with him, do you ever have conversations with this person, or is it somebody you walk next to inside and then you guys go to your separate classes? Hello?
Hello, sorry, my timer for my laundry went off. My bad.
Laundry's done, Obama. So, okay, so do you ever talk to this person? Like, is there going to be a time when you're going to talk to them, or can you just truly ignore this and hope it goes away?
So the only time that I do talk to him is if we're walking into work together or if we're walking out of work together, because we go to our separate classrooms. So sometimes I go in and he's there earlier and he's already in his class and I don't see him at all.
So I think that, okay, here's my suggestion to you is a bad one. And it's this. If your name is Obama, then you obviously said over the note that was your name, right? But you could go,
like, oh my God, Mr. President.
You go by Mr.
It's fine.
It's fine. Or just be like, if you introduce yourself to Hat, just be like, what's up? People call me Blaze.
You're suggesting a name change.
A nickname. I'm suggesting a soft nickname so he doesn't connect the dots.
Okay.
People call me Bomb. Right? People call me Barry.
Can I propose, though, even in this situation?
Yeah.
Let's say he goes with, let's say Barry's the new
people
name.
call me Barry.
The two of them are walking in the parking lot, and Hat at one point is like, yeah, so somebody hit my car.
Yeah.
That comes up, then what do you say?
I think you have to just go, damn, that's crazy.
Oh my God.
Holy,
no.
no way. Because if he sees, by the way, if he sees you get into your car and there's an identical dent on the front, he's going to obviously know. You're in a ticking time bomb.
Did you say there is?
There is. Or it's not a dent, but there is visible scratch marks.
Can I ask, is some of the paint from his car on yours?
Possibly.
Oh my God. Yeah, you're going to need to. Okay, so this is going to, if you want to avoid, because I feel like it's actually more awkward the more times you see this person and then don't bring it up and then he realizes and he's like, wait, you did hit my car?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would feel weird to me if I was Hat. So I honestly feel like you have to kind of be like, hey, what's up? And Mondays, am I right? By the way, I'm Hat. Or I'm Obama.
I'm Obama.
By the way, revealing yourself as Obama. I'm Obama. I kind of feel like you have to say something, no?
Yeah, well, because here's the other thing is I'm in a group chat with him with our one boss, and he doesn't. So he has my phone number, but he hasn't made the connection that it's the same phone number from the work group chat.
Because
so he has the tools to figure it out. He just hasn't done it yet.
Okay. First off, I want to just say this is obviously a very awkward situation that is not really like your fault in any way.
Like, well, it's your fault, I guess,
from the accident, but not in a way that you like really meant to do it or anything. No. That detail, I'm like, this is all this awkwardness is kind of on Hat.
Yeah, because he could have just put your contact in. Do you have Hat's contact in your phone?
No, I do not.
Ooh. Oh, well, you know what? If you want to build a community, you got to freaking crack a few eggs. Okay?
Say that one more time.
If you want to build a community, you got to crack a few eggs. Yeah. So, sorry. And that's merch. But you got to, if you want Hat to recognize you, Obama, you need to put Hat's number in your phone and save it so it's a sign of respect.
Well, he won't see that, though. It's like private.
No, but it's private, but it's the symbolism of the thing. You need to you got to crack a few eggs here. Because then Obama, you're in his position where you're basically just waiting for Hat to put it together. And that's why I think it's all the better for you to reveal the information. Information coming from the source rather than him putting it together and getting pissed off at you.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel fun.
I think this can be done in person or even in a text. But I guess you would have to say... You'd have to acknowledge that he hasn't put it together, which is a little bit awkward.
Well, you know what it is to me? Eddie, this is a perfect opportunity for forgiveness muffins. Because I actually feel like you are a muffin away from not having to ding your insurance. This guy doesn't really care about this, but the more he sort of thinks about it and ruminates on it, the more PO'd he's going to be. And if you're a faceless person in the parking lot, he might be like, you know what? Fuck this a-hole. I'm going to get their insurance involved. But if you sort of give him a basket of muffins did you just fall down the stairs?
No, I'm pacing around my room and I kicked over my guitar. It made a guitar noise.
Is your guitar okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, good. But yeah, I think you're going to want a basket of muffins and give them to Hat and just say like, hey, by the way, I'm so sorry that I hit your car. Hat's going to go, oh my God, that was you? And you go, yeah, it was me. I'm sorry. I I didn't look.
I think no matter the in, just starting with the apology, assuming that he put it together because of the numbers already being texted. I think that is the move. Also, to help a little bit, I just realized.
Here we go.
This is a school parking lot. He knows somebody who works at the school hit the car.
Yeah, he doesn't seem very bright. He's not.
Especially if it's an after-school thing, you wouldn't assume it's like a parent or anything. This would be people who are...
It is the same place that parents go to pick up their car. Actually, when I hit the person's car, there was a parent trying to get into the parking lot, and they watched me do it. And then I rolled down my window, and I was like, parking lots, and then I drove away.
Sorry. Then you drove away. Sorry, what? You said they pulled out their phone, they're videotaping you?
Parking lots is so
I saw
funny
someone
to say.
slam into a car and then say, parking lots, am I right? Peeling out.
It was awkward. I didn't know what to say to him.
That's an
You just
objectively
watched me
funny
do it.
thing to say. I think you saved it by being hilarious.
That's awesome. I mean, I felt that feeling when I was like working at a coffee shop and I like broke a bunch of dishes and everything gets quiet. And you're just like, I have to be like, that's the show.
Worst is if that doesn't land.
And that's not. I've been like, and that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Silent. Everyone just wishing I hadn't said anything.
Playing a cricket noise on your phone.
Brutal. But I think Obama, that's got to be the advice, is Baskin and muffins and or a nice little chocolate.
Ooh.
You didn't like that part.
I think, can I guess, it's that your relationship is not at a point where a gift is maybe warranted, and it might be a little awkward.
Yeah.
That's maybe what I'm getting.
I've had maybe 3 conversations with this guy. I don't know anything about him.
I would say probably still going with what you were saying, Miles, maybe minus the muffins. I'm not against the muffins, but
Anti-muffin.
An enemy of the muffins.
You're an muffin enemy.
But I think starting a conversation with, how long ago was this?
This was like almost a little over a week ago.
Okay, that's not too long. I feel like maybe even the end of conversation being like, by the way, so sorry about the car. Yeah. Thank you for being so cool about it. Especially because of the phone number thing. I don't think you need to acknowledge that he didn't, put the pieces together. And it might be a kind of silly, funny thing that connects you guys in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if I realized that in the moment and I didn't really care about the car damage at all, I'd be like, oh my God, I didn't put that together.
Yeah, I wouldn't be. Yeah,
We're in a group chat together and you texted me about hitting my car and I didn't realize it was you.
And by the way, he should just see the 310 or what. He should see the beginning letters and then know that it's that. So Obama, thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a wonderful day out there. Best of luck teaching music to the kids.
Thank you. I watched the Tor documentary. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen, genuinely. It has inspired me to continue to do what I want to do. So
that's so sweet. Thank you so much, Obama. I appreciate it. And I appreciate you watching the doc. You're the best.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Oh, what a darling.
I'll say to push the tour doc even more. I don't know if you remember what I said to you after the doc premiere.
I do.
And this is my favorite thing to say to friends because I only say it when it's true, which might be revealing too much because if I don't say it, then it's...
Yeah, that's true.
I love when you go to see a friend's thing.
Yeah.
And it's good because then you don't have to lie.
Yeah.
So what I do when that happens is I go up and I say... Thank God I don't have to lie.
Which is nice. And then I immediately get the picture. I'm like, okay, good. All right.
But I think I'm revealing my cards a little too much because I think in the future, if I'm like,
you're going to go to someone's doc and they're
the
going to be like,
sound was so great.
And don't you have to lie? You're going to say the thing and you're like, I thought the beginning was so good.
I love the way that that middle part was.
Oh my God. Brutal. Well, Eddie, we've got to take another call.
Let's do it.
Miles, I just cried at dildo therapy and I don't know if I can show my face again. Please help.
What could that possibly mean?
I don't know if I can show my face.
And also, it's like, show your face to who? Is it a group?
Yeah, I guess so.
The word dildo is just funny.
That's great.
It's a fun word.
Great word.
Hello. You called perfect person. I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Eddy Burback.
Oh my gosh. Hang on, we're in the mall. We're running outside.
You're in a mall. Well, I am here to call you about how you cried at dildo therapy. And I also have a lot of questions about what dildo therapy is. Eddie, what's the fake name for this person?
Oh man, I was not.
It was not.
I'm looking at the wall again. Love.
Okay, love. It's like love from Joe from that show.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, love. Why don't you said we are trying to get to the mall. Are you with somebody?
Yeah, I'm with my roommate. She's also a huge fan of the show.
Oh, hi, roommate. Okay, so Love, why don't you tell me what dildo therapy is?
So its technical name is pelvic floor therapy because when they're trying to like do exams on me, it's like hard, right?
Okay.
And so the therapy they're having me do involves a set of dilators, which look like dildos, but they get progressively bigger. The biggest one is so big, Miles.
Wow, that is fascinating. Is the goal? What is the end goal of dildo therapy, as you so lovingly called it? Which, by the way, pelvic floor therapy seems to be a more apt.
So the end goal is basically for me to be able to have like a normal exam without dying.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
So normal exams are like physically painful, etc. So this is to mitigate that pain over time. Okay, so and now you said you cried. I'm guessing because of the pain, and you're worried about showing your face again at your therapy.
I wasn't even in pain.
Why did you cry?
From embarrassment.
What happened?
I'm with a physical therapist, right?
Yeah.
And so basically, I'm trying to put the next biggest size of dilator in up there.
Sure.
And I couldn't get it in. I couldn't even like find the right place to put it in, right? And so she was like, let's get under the hood, and like gets in there to try and help me. And I cried.
Wait.
So sorry, a medical professional saying let's get under the hood out of control.
Right?
You can't say
You
that.
cannot say let's get under the hood.
Let's get under the hood. Imagine if my proctologist
It was really
said that.
something.
That is fascinating.
Also,
to me.
really funny double meaning, but you cannot say that.
Yeah, no, you cannot say that. Got it. So when you laughed at them, what was their reaction?
Well, okay, so I was like, haha, great, awesome. And so then she tried to like get in there and help, but it still wasn't working. And then all of a sudden she looks over and goes, oh, you're crying. And I was like, it's fine. Don't look at me.
Because were you crying out of laughter or embarrassment?
Embarrassment, frustration, a little bit of pain.
Oh, I see.
It's important to note, though, that she's been telling me about this therapy, and she said that her doctor does not find her charming, which I think is insane. Yeah, so I think I'm hysterical, right? I go in and I'm going to be a little silly goofy and try and charm you. And it hasn't been working. She's too serious. Yeah.
So, wait, so I'm sorry.
Who is...
I actually did get a little confused with the voices here.
So there's two of you. Love, you're the one going to therapy, right? And then
yes, it's me. I've just been telling her all about it. Yes,
Oh,
I've heard
I see.
all the details, Miles.
I see. You've heard the whole download. Okay, and what would you specifically like advice on returning with a triumphant face?
Yeah, how do you show your face again after that? I feel like she didn't look at me the same after that. She was kind of like, oh, you're crying because you can't get your dildo in, you know?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Eddy Burback here, never been to dildo therapy. I feel like that is perfectly normal to do in a therapy, like a physical therapy like this.
Absolutely.
And if anything, it was odd what you were told during, but what your reaction to it is completely fine.
I would say so too.
Yeah. And I would assume part of the process.
Yeah, it seems like a very normal part of the process. But I think that maybe what you're voicing is that you don't feel you have an emotional connection with your doctor.
No, yeah, it felt like, maybe that's a normal reaction, but she wasn't that weird about it, but she wasn't acting super normal about it. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, yes, I'm just frustrated. It won't go in. And
this is fascinating. I would imagine it's very vulnerable. I mean, your doctor doesn't seem to have very good bedside manner.
Yeah, that's my biggest problem, I think, here is not your reaction.
She's been very nice to me, just like, I don't know. I'm autistic. I have weird humor, and it's not hitting with her. She's not appreciating your funny socks that you've been wearing. Oh my gosh, she does compliment my socks, but in the way that you'd compliment like a child, you know?
Yeah, I almost feel that what you need her to do is to understand your sense of humor. You need your dildo therapist to understand your sort of inner brain.
Yeah. You're so right.
Okay, so what's something that you can do? What's a prank and or inside joke that you can sort of...
Are you asking to pull a prank?
I have been going in and telling her that I call them my dildos, and she kind of laughs in an, oh, that's funny kind of way.
Okay.
See, I think that what you're looking for is to have a sense where your doctor understands you. Okay, you want your doctor to understand what you're going through and your sense of humor, so you feel more comfortable in the freaking therapy, right? So I would say for you have to prank your dildo therapist, or
oh my god, I love this. You gotta put something down there. Surprise!
A little prank. Maybe like sometimes, honestly, I will do if I was like went to a doctor or whatever. Sometimes I will crack a little wise about something I'm going through. Being like I went in for back pain. They were like, "Well, how'd you get this back pain?" And I'd be like, "Well, I jumped out of a moving car." No, I'm just kidding. It just hurts for no reason, and that's a sadder answer. But
I'm older than I used to be.
Yeah, exactly. But I find that it can kind of cut the tension or whatever. I remember also I'm definitely I get medical anxiety. So if the doctor's office called me and they were like, "Hey, we got your blood results back and we want you to come in," and I was like, "Hey, doc, just to level with you, I'm going to be totally panicked for the next 3 weeks if you don't tell me what's happening now."
Yeah.
I do find that a little bit of candor with any sort of medical professional is good. So I would say that what's something you think is really funny right now? What's one of your passions right now, or something, a hobby that you're doing that you can include your dildo therapist on?
I mean, I've told her a little bit about my roommate and I have this really fat diabetic cat, and he's usually my conversational icebreaker. Yeah, he's really good for that. He wears pajamas.
I think that a good way to start your next session is you go, "Doc, before we start, I just simply have to show you my cat in his little pajamas."
Yeah, we did just dress him up as Eeyore for Halloween.
That's right.
So that could be really promising.
See, that's fun.
Yeah. When you arrive, is there do you guys chat for a bit? Is there an attempt to make you more comfortable, or is it just kind of
we chat for a few minutes, and she asks, how did it go this week? And I tell her, I got the size 2 dildo in, but I couldn't quite get the size 3 dildo in or whatever. And she tries to make small talk. I'll give her credit. She's very nice, not to just slam my PT here, but,
yeah, sure.
I'm the kind of person who, when something's awkward, I'm like, "Oh, that's so cute and quirky. Ha 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 ha." And it doesn't seem to be hitting for her.
I mean, what's funny is there is I feel that obviously what you're doing, this type of therapy seems to be very vulnerable. So there is an awkward thing where it's obviously we can all agree that this is pretty vulnerable, right? This is pretty wild. It's not dissimilar to I remember when me and my wife were trying to get pregnant, I had to go to a clinic and make a deposit. And then the doctor's there to talk to you about it, right? And the whole experience is extremely vulnerable. And I'm there being like, can't we get a couple smiles going?
Right.
Obviously, we all know that this is a little bit embarrassing for everybody involved.
Right.
What I did in there, what you're doing over there, it's all pretty embarrassing.
You're now I'm here bombing in front of you guys.
I know. I'm trying to crack a joke and no one's looking at me. Right?
Yes.
And I feel that it's what you're yearning for is sort of for an icebreaker.
Yeah.
So what, Eddie, what's a good icebreaker for sort of a new friendship that you said she could apply to her dildo therapist?
I do think that the cat thing is good.
Yeah.
I think one bit, and this is, I could be off base here, is that maybe you can find comfort in these scenarios by not just specifically having jokes land. It might be that and I'm not saying that you can't put out the jokes that land. It might be that she's the type of person that in this kind of physical therapy is
very
not up for making kind of a joke of it, and maybe thinks that as a patient you want to be a little bit more comfortable. And so, I think in a situation like this, icebreaker is good because also you're just more comfortable with the person.
Yeah.
Also, maybe even just vocalizing that your frustration the week before, not with her reaction or anything, but just I'm a little frustrated that I, maybe cried at dildo therapy before. You don't have to say it like that. But I don't know. I think an icebreaker is good. Anything to make you feel more comfortable. It just maybe, I just, as somebody who also has spent my life hoping that I can win somebody over in liking me with comedy.
Yeah.
Sometimes that person is just not quite there for that to win them over.
That's a great point.
Yeah,
honestly,
what I'm hearing is my roommate should not be doing her tight 5 when her PD is fist deep in her.
Hilarious to say tight 5. By
the way, tight 5. And we were talking about the 2 and the 3, okay?
Oh my God.
But I do think
I will say also, I think that with a lot of her patients that the joke she seems to kind of make is like, oh yeah, my other patients will ask them which one of these looks like your partner. And I am in fact a raging homosexual, so that doesn't help.
Yeah, and honestly, that's kind of funny to say also. But
right?
I almost feel like it's like, you're right though, Eddie. And by the way, my own mental illness is like any therapist, I'm like trying to make them laugh. And that is in and of itself, like a problem. But I think it's like, maybe you could also just sort of do an icebreaker like, hey, what's your favorite salad? Perfect Person speed round style. You go,
oh my God.
like, what's your favorite salad? Like, I've actually been talking to my friends about their favorite salads. And then like, they'll be like, oh my God, that's crazy that you asked. Caesar.
She does seem like a salad kind of lady.
There you go.
Whoa, if somebody says that about me, I may move. But I think it's like, any sort of conversation that's not about the thing, especially if you're feeling that's like vulnerable, it's embarrassing, etc. I would also imagine that your doctor is trying to do the most professional thing possible. Eddie's right about that.
Yeah.
Asking questions that are like innocuous and not necessarily humorous might even help you.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I like it.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you so much for calling in, love. And I hope you have a wonderful time at the mall.
I have one more question for you.
Yes, absolutely. What's up?
I would love for you to give my roommate a fake name.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
And it's always got to come from the guest. And the guest is so prepared to give this fake name to your roommate. And it's coming from Eddie. Here we go.
I've been so good at this, and I have not just been looking at things in the room. And so your name is TV.
TV!
Thank
you so much, TV.
Eddie, my ex-boyfriend's going to be so jealous. He's obsessed with you. I might have to break the silence to let him know.
You don't have to break no contact. You don't have to break no contact.
Break no contact to say I talked to Eddie. Thank you so much for calling in, and have a great time at the mall.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
Will do. Bye.
Bye.
Wow.
Breaking no contact.
Is that your sort of demographic as ex-boyfriends?
I don't think so. I actually really don't like that.
All aboard!
No, I know it's coming.
Misogyny alert!
Fuck.
Wow, that's great.
I can really understand bombing with a medical professional and being like, damn, I really want them to like me more.
Like bombing a joke with your dildo therapist.
Oh, man.
I mean, because also like, I feel this way always where it's so like the medical, you're in a thing and it's like whether you're getting an exam or whatever, it's like, it is awkward.
Yes.
Like you are in this awkward position. You are in this vulnerable position. And I am sort of like, I want us all to just kind of relax and have like, we got to go do it.
Yeah, and the worst bit is, I think we both know, when it does land, you're like, I think I made everyone's day a little better. And they probably walked out of the room and were like, he's a little funny, I guess.
Yeah, I guess he's a little funny guy.
Saying a little funny thing, on to doing more important work than he'll ever do.
In a single day, helping heal people. Oh my God. Well, Eddie, we got to take one final call.
Got it.
The holidays are here, and the countdown begins. Because did you remember to get something for everybody on your Christmas list? I don't think so. Well, luckily, Uncommon Goods takes the stress out of gifting with thousands of unique, high-quality finds you won't see anywhere else. Don't wait, the most meaningful gifts get scooped up fast, and now's the perfect time to cross names off your list. I obviously use Uncommon Goods to get little things for my friends and/or family. I find that it's a great resource to just go and you get fantastic ideas just by browsing. So many of the things on Uncommon Goods are made by independent artists and small businesses. So I really like that aspect of it. It doesn't feel like just like a mass-produced thing. And I gotta tell you, the number one thing that I bought for friends that I think they're gonna enjoy are knitted hats for cats. That's right, hats for cats. It's fun to say, and I think my friends will enjoy them. So you can have a fantastic Christmas and give a fantastic Christmas to someone you love. Die-hard football fans to foodies, mixologists, and avid gardeners. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $3.1 million to date.
So don't wait. Cross those names off your list before the rush to get 15% off your next gift. Go to uncommongoods.com/perfectperson. That's uncommongoods.com/perfectperson for 15% off. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary. Today's episode is brought to you by Alma. Throughout my life, at various points, I've used therapy to get through mental health ruts or process anxiety and grief that I was going through. And I found that therapy is a fantastic tool if you just don't know what the next step is. It's good to get all your thoughts aligned. And I have also found that Alma is the easiest way that you can currently access therapy. Alma has a diverse nationwide network of over 20,000 therapists. The directory helps people find therapists that take their insurance and meet their specific needs with filters like gender, race, therapeutic approach, and more. People who use Alma to find a therapist who accept their insurance save an average of 80% on the cost of sessions. And 99% of the therapists accept insurance, making it easy to get affordable care. They have these 15-minute test drive sessions, I'm calling them test drives, where you sit with a therapist for 15 minutes and it's not an official session and it's free. So you can basically see if you're gonna have a relationship with this person, if this is the right fit for you to divulge the things that you need to divulge to that person. And I found that's a great tool because I've personally paid for hour-long sessions with therapists, just trying to see someone as fast as possible. And then within 5 minutes, I know that, okay, this is not going to be the person I'm going to be seeing as my therapist. 80% of all my clients with elevated symptoms of depression or anxiety see improvement within 6 months. Every provider on Alma is vetted and licensed, and therapists average 6 years of experience, and 1 in 5 have over a decade in practice. Better with people, better with Alma. Visit helloalma.com/perfect to get started and schedule a free consultation today. That's helloalma.com/perfect.
Hi. So I became freakishly obsessed with a mysterious man, and I don't know what to do about it or how to reach out to him because he's a complete unreachable mystery. I need your help or I will die. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, well, ticking clock. I need your help or I will die. Holy shit.
I'm also intrigued by this mysterious man already.
I love a mystery. I know. I just love it.
Who is he?
Hello?
Hello, you called Perfect Person. I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Eddy Burback. Eddie, hit me with a fake name for this caller.
Fridge.
Fridge, you know it, Fridge. Okay.
That's
Fridge.
beautiful.
Now, Fridge, I understand that you become obsessed with a mysterious man.
Yes, yeah.
So where did this mystery begin, and we will help you solve it?
I was hanging out with some friends, and he's like the brother of a mutual friend, or no, he's the brother of a friend of a friend.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay.
Pretty far removed. We were all hanging out together. He was doing homework at the function. I feel like my story is not straight.
He was doing homework?
He was like an extremely, sorry?
He was doing homework? How old are you and how old is the brother?
We're both 21.
Okay.
It was like the day before his 21st birthday when we met.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So homework.
Which I know because I'm
homework
a
that
crazy
day.
stalker.
Homework that day and then getting blasted drunk the next day. Close those books. I'm 21.
Okay, so you met this person, and where did the mystery begin?
So he seems to not exist. Like, none of my friends know anything about him. He has no online presence because I was Googling his ass.
And do you have an attraction towards this man?
Like, yeah. I mean, yes, but not like, the goal is just to get to know him, to be his friend, because he's such a mystery. I feel like I need to solve him. He's like a masked figure in my doorway, and I want to just like say hi.
Yeah, so just say hi though, right?
Just like say hi and like, I don't know, maybe
kiss a
he
little.
Wants me to.
Maybe just say hi and we just kiss a little.
Yeah, maybe just a hello and he takes the mask off and we kiss a little.
Yeah, exactly, of course. Okay,
yeah,
so
just a little.
Well, what do you know about Mystery Man? Which you're obviously Fridge, but what's the name, Eddie, for Mystery Man?
Do we give Mystery Man a name?
You just want Mystery Man?
I'm just trying to think of, I guess if there is a name. Let's keep Mystery Man.
I like that. Mystery Man. That's nice. So what do you know about Mystery Man?
He is an electrical engineering student.
Oh, okay.
He works in like a lab place on campus. That's about it.
He is a mystery.
He is a sort of a mystery. He works with electrics. He's like Dr. Frankenstein.
He's exactly like Oscar Isaac.
He's just like him.
Can I ask, I'm assuming no social media presence is part of the mystery?
So he does have a social media, but he has
online.
Instagram. 0 posts, like
Whoa.
2 tagged images, and he's just kind of standing there in the background, like really not offering much.
That is menacing.
I pictured a group photo and he's just a silhouette in the back.
Yeah, he's haunting
That's how
the
it feels.
photo.
And I'm like gazing at that silhouette longingly. It's rough. It's bad out here.
Okay, interesting. All right, so he's an electrical engineering student. And did you guys have a conversation at the function?
Yeah, so he was doing homework at the beginning, but then it was PowerPoint night. So he came out for the presentations and I sat next to him. And so, we had some banter. He started a conversation with me, talking about himself a little bit, where I learned the 2 things I know about him, that he's an electrical engineer and he works at a place.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So I feel like he probably wants my body based off of that.
I agree. No, I mean...
Exactly, you get it.
Well,
you get it.
Here's what I'll say, okay, Fridge. I'll say that whether or not he wants your body, he may not even be aware of yet. So you need to sort of get ingratiated into Mystery Man. You need to solve a little bit of the mystery, because when Scooby-Doo unveils the villain, he gets to kiss them.
Mm-hmm. When Mr. Bean's chest opens.
Yeah.
When Mr. Bean's chest opens and it's Scrappy-Doo.
Yeah, exactly. It's Scrappy-Doo's been working Mr. Beast with controls. But I think that it's like, you obviously just need to get closer to this person in order to forge a relationship. And I don't think there's anything, I think that's totally normal. You met somebody, they seemed great, they seemed cool, and you want to forge a deeper relationship with them. Now, I felt this way before, where I've like met someone at a party and I'm like, oh man, like who the fuck was that? Like, I remember meeting someone and they were like, I designed space modules for like spacecraft to take to the International Space Station. I was like, that's so cool. Never saw them ever again. And that's
they're in space.
They're in space. Maybe they went to space. But I think about that person. I'm just like, I wonder what she's like. I wonder, like, that was a cool job. Like, whatever happened, like, did she make the space thing? So I think it is sort of a thing of like, if you meet somebody cool, I've been trying to put a deeper effort into like, if I meet somebody cool happenstance, to be like, oh, like, let me follow you on Instagram, or like, let me like forge this connection now, so that I don't totally lose this like fun thing. You know what I mean? And so for you, do you know any other defining details about this person other than that they electrical engineer and that's it?
That's a really good question. I know he has a brother that I've met.
Okay.
He's like impossible to reach though. And like even his friends that know him, that are friends with him, like that went to Japan with him, I was like asking them and was like, next time you guys hang out, he should come and I should come. And they were like, yeah, he probably won't though, because he never shows up and we barely know him.
But you have done the work in putting the feelers out there socially.
Yes.
So like the interest is there. When you said the PowerPoint night, I'm assuming this was like a fun friend PowerPoint night where you have like a PowerPoint on something that you present to your friends, or was it like a college thing?
No, yeah, it was like a fun one. Most people just did updates on their life.
Okay. And how likely is it that you guys will be in the same social scenario again? I know you're already asking about it, but like, how is there another PowerPoint night planned? Is there some kind of group setting that he might go to that you're thinking? And also, how long has it been since you spoke last?
So it's been a week. It was last weekend that we had this.
Okay, so it hasn't been very long at all.
I don't know how likely he is to show up again, because he was there because his brother was visiting from out of town, and his brother's in the friend group, but now his brother's gone. And so I don't know if he really has much incentive to show up to anything else.
Okay, I've got it. The electrical engineering school. Is there a cafe?
No, I don't. Not that I'm aware of.
Sorry,
the plan is crumbled immediately.
Thanks for calling.
Okay, no, but that's a good start though, because the place he works on campus is like a 3D printing lab type thing. Oh. And like as a sculptor, sometimes you need to 3D print stuff. So I'm like, what if I send a file there that's like,
yes,
give me your number.
Well,
I want you.
Easy.
Okay.
So
I'm watching you.
Almost. We almost got it, but then we went to a crime. Yeah. So
can I just? I want to say you did do the good work. One, it's only been like it's been less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So the idea that there might be like a fate or happenstance thing that happens to you is very likely. You're in school, like there's people are socializing all the time.
Yeah.
And you put the feelers out with friends of his, which means probably maybe heard something already.
Yeah.
I would say,
Oh God,
maybe
that's probably bad.
listen, I would say maybe still, you can be proactive in it, but I wouldn't do too much work to getting into his life.
Agreed.
Because you don't want to stalk him.
No, you don't want to stalk him, but what you do want to do is open yourself up for the opportunity of happenstance, right? You don't want to go to his work to try to pursue him, right?
Yes.
That would be odd. That would be
Yeah,
more
no,
than
that is
odd.
a crazy person thing
That
to
would be
do.
crazy. However, is it crazy to sort of go to the cafe near the electrical engineering building and just kind of do some homework there? I don't think that's crazy. I don't think that's crazy at all, Your Honor.
Your Honor, you can't prove why I was
You
there.
can't prove. I remember doing stuff like that where like, yeah, there was a girl I liked in college and I was like, yeah, like she like kind of is over, she has some classes over in this part of campus. Maybe I'll just go like hang out. Just increasing my chance of happenstance, right? I don't think there's anything that like, because I think that's harmless. That's a crush. It's like, oh, I was at this bar that I saw this cute person at. Like, I'm gonna go back to the bar and just like hope that maybe they kind of come again, right? That's like cute. That's normal. Where it tilts into like, okay, no, is like, oh yeah, you found out where he lives. You're gonna sort of hang out on his stoop. That would be odd, right? But I think that your thing is gonna be cafe nearby, or if there is an electrical engineering like event. I don't know what that would look like, but a fair, a sort of a world's fair.
If they have a world's fair at your school,
if they have an electrical engineering world's fair, definitely
that's
go.
the place.
Definitely go. That's going to be the ticket. So how does that sound, Fridge?
I think that's great. His workplace is in a library, so I just need to go hang out at the library, I guess.
Yeah, honestly, it might be like, yeah, you just check out a book nearby, but this has to be a quick trip.
Yeah.
If you're going to check out a book in the library, it's you go in, you check out the book, you kind of scope it out, and then you get out of there.
Yeah, and for a little bit of comfort, like it has not been that much time.
No,
like you can just hope that it happens somewhat soon.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just can I ask, what was there a factor about this mystery man that really like drew you in?
Yeah,
that's a good question. I think the factor is that I'm lonely, and I've been like really busy and not dating, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, a puzzle, like a mystery, an enigma. I want to solve this.
It's the mystery itself about mystery man.
Honestly, yes, sometimes, and I will say I have fallen for this. You fall for the person and you go, oh my God, they're so mysterious. And then you are mistaking like apathy for mystery and are like, you're mistaking sort of a, so Carrie, just be cautious of that. Be cautious of that. Where I was like, oh my God, they're so complicated. And it's like, no, they're just a little grumpy. So, like that's good to keep in mind. But while the mystery is alive, I hope it goes well for you. And I hope you can make it into the World's Fair at the electrical building.
Yes.
Thank you so much for calling in, Fridge. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is crazy.
All right, bye.
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 Is it love? We don't know.
I think, there's some good potential to it. And also, there doesn't have to be that much proactive action to be taken. You're in college and it's been 1 week, you'll probably see each other again.
Yeah, college is so like, and you might even see each other like late one night at the local dive. That's the fun thing about college is it's like, oh my God, a character from season 1, freshman year.
I did go to community college, but I can picture it.
Yeah.
The character from season 1 freshman year was just my brother, Tony.
He was always there.
Yeah.
Did you have a community at community college?
No, I think I was a little bit...
There's a lot of commuters, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and I did have like a couple of friends that stayed back as well and didn't go off to school.
Yeah.
And so a few, but this was a mistake that I made. I think I wanted to move on and move out of my town so much that I didn't want to like put down roots with other people going to the school. So like I didn't make friends with some people, but I would kind of avoid what was good for me, which would be meeting a lot of new people and like making friends, because I was so like, I want to get out of here kind of as soon as possible.
Yeah, you're going to blow this popsicle stand.
Yeah, mostly just not because I hated my hometown or anything, but just because I wanted to have a direction in my life.
Yeah.
And then internet entertainment came along and gave me that. And then I moved to
it gave you
Los
community.
Angeles. So,
yeah, that's true. That makes a ton of sense. Well, let's take one more call here.
Awesome.
Miles, I need your advice. What do you do when your first kiss is kind of awkward? Please help.
What kind of kisser are you?
Huh? What'd you say?
What kind of kisser are you, Eddie?
Good.
Good.
Hello?
Was it too much tongue? Was it too much tongue in the first kiss? Or was it?
Oh my gosh.
You called the perfect person. I'm here to call you back. I'm here with Eddy Burback. Call you Eddy Burback.
Hi.
And of course, Eddie, what's the fake name for this caller?
Desk.
And what's the fake name for the person they kissed?
Chair.
Desk. How was it kissing chair? Desk, thank you so much for calling in. How are you today?
Oh, well, my heart rate is racing.
Oh, that's very sweet. Well, we're here to help you, okay? We're here to help you get into the nitty-gritty of the awkward kiss that was. And why don't you tell me about how you met Cher?
Yeah, so I met Cher on Hinge. We've gone on like 4 dates now, and things are going really well, I would say.
Okay.
And then I'm like,
you're doing wonderful.
I feel you 100% here. You are all good.
You are doing wonderful.
I am no stranger to my heart racing in a situation like this.
Yeah, no, things are going really good. And the other night, we kissed, and I don't know, it just felt kind of, it didn't feel the sparks there, I guess.
Interesting. Now, what have the dates been? And what did you kind of like about them leading up to the kiss? Kiss happened on date 4?
I think it was 4. Maybe it was 3.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the first date that we did, we got coffee and we walked around a little like nature area and looked at some birds.
That's awesome.
It's a really nice date.
That sounds really lovely. Loving that. I've recently been thinking about getting into birding because there's an app that you can get that's like Pokemon.
Ooh.
And you look at the birds and you kind of notch them, and then you get pretty sick.
Exactly. I 100% recommend it, Miles.
Nice. I got to get it. So that was date 1. And was there chemistry? Did you feel a chemistry connection?
Yes, definitely. I do feel like the chemistry is there, which is why I was kind of off-put, I guess, by the kiss not quite matching up the energy levels. But I do think that there's good chemistry. Like our banter kind of matches. We have similar vibes, I think.
So Desk, what do you do for work and what does Chair do for work? Or like your passion? Like what do you do for a living?
Yeah. I work in finance. I don't know if I would say that's my passion, but
totally.
That's what I do.
Okay. And
then
Chair.
She's a personal trainer.
Okay, nice. All right, personal trainer in finance, a match in heaven. Now,
a match that is very common to Manhattan.
That's right. Money and fitness. But wonderful. Okay, so what was the 4th date? And why don't you sort of set the stage for where the kiss happened?
Yes. So for the 4th date, we decided to do a movie night in because we had been doing very outdoorsy things.
Okay, so you basically put kiss on the calendar.
Yeah, you said,
exactly,
sorry, we're going to kiss.
And that's what I was telling all my friends. They're like, have you kissed her yet? And I was like, no, I think that this is going to be very conducive for cuddling and kissing.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be cozied up on the couch.
Sure.
Of course.
Yeah. So we were doing that, watching a Ghibli movie, of course.
Which one, may I ask? We talked about it a little earlier.
We did.
Oh, nice. Pompoko.
Oh, I've never seen Pompoko. Is it really good?
Yes. It's my favorite. It's about raccoons and deforestation. It's very nice.
Ooh.
I love that.
I'm going to put it on the calendar with Miles, and he's not going to know, but I'm going to put kiss on the calendar as well.
Pompoko kiss.
He's a married man. It'll cause some drama.
Kissing Miles on the calendar.
Sorry, we interrupted.
So you got it. So you're watching Pompoko. This is at your place or at Chair's place?
This is at Chair's place.
At Chair's place. Yeah. Okay, interesting. All right. And so when did the kiss happen?
I would say maybe like a third of the way through the movie or so. We were cuddling, we were cozied up, and I looked at her and I said, I would like to kiss you.
Oh, that's nice. Ooh. Okay. And then what went wrong in your mind? What was the awkward piece of it?
She was very closed-mouthed, I guess I would say.
Interesting. Okay. So she sort of went in jaw tight.
Can I say, was it more of a not a pecker of a kiss?
She pecked.
Yeah, she pecked.
She was pecking.
Yeah. So yes, it was kind of like a peck, and then I tried to like linger on it for a little bit to see kind of, assess what she was wanting out of the kiss. It's really hard to like read minds when your eyes are closed and your lips are
You're diagnosing the sort of kiss in the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a doctor.
Yeah, calibrating.
You're calibrating. Yeah, absolutely. And so now I'm curious, Eddie, about your experience. But I feel that when you go in for a first kiss, and it's sort of, you don't know necessarily how open the mouth's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it's always good to assume more closed.
That's my thinking too.
Yeah, but I have had situations where somebody has done the opposite, and I'm like, oh, that's okay.
That's how open it's going to be.
Which I would then ask is, I guess, in the moment of the peck, do you think that this person didn't have, what was it, chair?
Chair.
Do you think chair... that there wasn't a chemistry there, or that's maybe just how Chair likes to kiss?
Oh, interesting.
I think maybe it's how Chair likes to kiss. And then, so that happened the first time, and then like a little bit longer through the movie, and then we were kind of cuddled again, and then we kissed again, and it was the same. So I think going into the second kiss, I was like, oh, okay, we'll get a better feel. And then it still kind of felt a little flat. Like it wasn't just like a peck and then move away. It was kind of like a peck, but then like a couple little more pecks. I don't know.
Sorry, just to place us in the room, to get us boots on the ground here. How are you sitting? Because I actually think this matters. The choreography actually matters. Are you you're sitting on the couch, Chair is sitting next to you, and then you're sort of kissing two faces profile. If I was standing in the room watching you kiss,
standing in the doorway,
and I wish you were, Miles.
Yeah, exactly. If I was standing at the TV watching with my arms crossed with a notepad, would you two be profile kissing, or was there sort of an up neck action happening?
We were sitting on the sofa, and I had my arm around her, and she was kind of cozied up, like against my shoulder area.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we kind of turned toward each other.
Okay, so I do think that the choreography actually matters here, because imagine, Eddie, watch my neck. And now you can't see me, but I'm sort of, if I'm here and there's an arm around me here and there's a face here, I'm sort of going, right. I'm a little bit cramped. I'm a little bit closed off. It's going to be more difficult for me to sort of get my mouth in the correct position.
Yeah.
Because I'm sort of confined into your elbow. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses for Chair.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Chair loves to have their mouth closed, okay? Maybe they're anti-tongue. Maybe they're worried they had bad breath.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that the choreography here matters. How many pecks was there in the evening?
So it was those two instances on the sofa, and then just like a really quick kiss goodnight.
Closed.
Yeah.
Closed. The peck goodnight was closed.
Yeah, that was just one peck, one hug and peck and gone.
Okay, so this is interesting too, because also you're watching Pompoko, and I'm almost wondering if there's an element of, we have to finish up kissing because I'm watching the film.
Possible.
I think if you are planning a fourth date movie night, though, you got to kind of throw the movie out the window in your plan in your head. I would assume
that's true, but Ghibli, so
I just
masterful.
feel like there's like, was there, when you mentioned the kind of physical chemistry between you and Chair, did it feel like it was there with the cuddling, but specifically the kind of closed off kiss was where there was like a mismatch, or do you think altogether it just felt kind of like forced and a little awkward?
No, the cuddling was good. The cuddling was nice, and we've like held hands before and just, I don't know, given each other little flirty glances. So I think there's chemistry.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to give you the same thing I would give to somebody that was doing a student production of Romeo and Juliet. You got to use the space. I think that you need better choreo. Because I do think that obviously, like, and who knows, maybe there's a chance that Chair is a closed mouth kisser. And I feel that it sounds like you're sort of saying that would be a deal breaker. I agree. Okay. I'm always slipping a little tongue in there. But I
like you said always.
With my wife of 6.5 years.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's like I think that you need to do a sort of, we're standing up face to face. I'm sort of walking in and there's a kiss that's happening, and that's the center stage moment. Not we're sitting next to each other and we're going for a side kiss. I do think there's an element of also like, the fitness of it all, that Cher is a fitness guru, and that maybe we need to sort of set up the proper form, the proper etiquette to do the right exercises in the right way. What do you think, Eddie?
I think that I do think you're right of like a second go around, especially there. I think there are some people who are very much just kind of like closed mouth kissers, are weird about saliva, are weird about, you know, or maybe are just kind of, it's a really nerve wracking situation for it to happen first time. So it's weird. It could be something that is physical chemistry. It could be something that is nerves, or it could just be that Cher is a closed mouth kisser. And I don't think you're doing anything wrong.
No, certainly not.
And so in the sense of like, I think the continuing to kind of figure it out, if that's what you're interested in doing, is just the right move to see kind of what happens here.
And I've also been on dates, like first dates or something or whatever, where it's like there was a kiss and I was kind of like, a little bit. Wasn't necessarily what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And then continuing to see that person, and then you're like, oh yeah, we figured it out.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's a dance. Like you got to kind of like figure out the give and take between the two people or whatever.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like maybe that if everything else is good, if you were like, yeah, the rest of it's awkward too, I'd be like, okay, maybe another person. But it sounds like the rest of it is really great. So I think it's worth kind of like doing the dance and figuring it out a little bit more. Perhaps over, dare I say it, an afternoon wine?
Wow.
Sorry. Wine
romantic.
Romantic or not, but wine with lunch? How about wine?
Okay, afternoon wine, and then, but we're facing each other head on.
That's important that your feet are looking at each other. So your feet have to be pointed at each other. See, that seems like Eddie and I are going to kiss immediately.
We're too far.
Our feet are direct energy into each other's pelvises. And I think that that's a really good thing that you're going to want to have with Cher. How does that sound to you, Desk?
That sounds good. I definitely want to see if we can find our groove with it. Sometimes it is kind of awkward the first time.
I can also understand, I think it is a more awkward position to be somebody who is not the closed mouth kisser, because then you're kind of in the moment trying to correct and be like, what is the vibe here?
Yeah.
Where you're kind of being met with not a wall exactly, but like just definitely some. So I totally get why it kind of rattled you a little bit enough for the call where you're like, am I doing something wrong here? And it's like, no, yeah.
You're not doing anything wrong. And I'm like, team, like, it's vulnerable to keep your mouth open. We're on another call talking about vulnerability.
Being brave enough to keep your mouth open.
Being brave enough to go, this is me. But I think that you're, I'm excited to see how this turns out. I would love an update call to see if you guys sort of, get the choreo right on the fifth date. But thank you so much for calling, Desk. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Miles. I definitely will call back if I have an update.
Oh, please do. All right. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I got to watch Pompoko.
Yes. Oh, please do. It's so good.
All right. You're the best. Thanks so much. Bye.
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 That was cute.
Yeah, that was really nice.
That was adorable.
I think that situation is like really low stakes and nice, and just I hope the best for everybody involved.
I know. I really hope the best. It sounds like all the dates are going really good.
Yeah.
But also, like, I don't know. I feel like I've been on dates before, and or like I started seeing someone, and then after a while, they were like, "Oh, like by the way, like you can like open your mouth." It's like a vulnerable conversation, but because it requires nuance and requires you to be able to like accept a note.
Yeah, it's a degree of criticism.
Yes.
That also could be just their personal preference,
Sure.
but that also could be something that you're, like kind of not doing correctly, I guess.
Exactly. And also it's like positive reinforcement's always better, where it's like, oh, I like an open mouth kiss. What about you?
I think that's the way to do it usually.
Like, oh, I really like using a little bit of tongue if that's okay.
It's unfortunate that early, because it's like you can't really say
it's
that. It's
tough to really
First movie night, you're like, by the way,
sorry,
open up.
Open that puppy up.
Yeah.
Let me back my truck in.
See, now you keep making these noises for the open mouth. Is that what you meant by slip a little tongue?
I slip a little tongue. It's time for a segment we like to call Get Real. This is a segment where we force a genuine moment in order to learn more about each other and ourselves.
Okay.
And we're here at the end of the show, Eddie.
Getting comfy.
Get comfy. Obviously, you're a silly goose, but there's much more behind those sad eyes. But what's something that for you, like, I feel like you make very very creative, meditative work on culture. And I'm wondering for you, like in your personal life, what is something that maybe you're struggling with in the modern day? It could be a personal thing or something that like gives you hope. But what's something that's kind of like in your mind palace ruminating for,
I'm going to go with gives you hope.
Yeah.
I've been very fortunate, especially in the last few months of my life, to be kind of carried by the community around me and to make a lot of new like friendship connections with people who have been very, very, very welcoming to me.
Yeah.
And I think it's a reason, even in the stuff that I make for people who don't know, like when I got rid of my phone for a video or that kind of bit of realizing that we're in a time where you need to proactively build community more than I think other eras of at least like recent modern life has been something that I realized that I need to do more. And, it's really comfortable to be able to, we got everything at our fingertips when it comes to like entertainment and distractions. And it's so easy. I do it all the time of just, rotting my brain on the internet. But lately there's been so many good people in my life that have been inviting me to things, and that it kind of inspires you to, like I mentioned, I've been baking a lot more for my friends and inviting them over for movie nights. And I think that kind of, what makes me very hopeful is just experiencing the love and care of the people around me in a way that has uplifted me like kind of never before.
Yeah.
And I think before I was too like maybe socially anxious to like lean into it or didn't want to be like too much. But then you kind of break through that with people and you get really close to them. And then you're like, wow, there's like a bunch of really great people around me that I care about.
Yeah.
And I'm also prepping in the future then, because I've been given that much care, to make sure that I give that care back when those people need it as well.
Totally.
And yeah, it's just been really beautiful the last couple of months.
That's really nice. I love that. I think also like, I think about that all the time as the internet is so addictive and just sort of harvesting your brain chemicals. I feel like it's almost the equivalent of like, you can take a multivitamin and you get some of it and you piss most of it out, or you can like eat a fucking apple.
Yeah.
That's really delicious.
Yeah, and there's an experience to eating the apple.
Yes.
There's the taste of it. There's the bite.
Correct.
There's the crunch of a Honeycrisp apple.
Yes.
That a vitamin, you're just swallowing, man.
Yeah, like I'm in my bed just fucking mainlining the vitamin.
Yes.
And it's making me sick, you know? Instead of being like anytime I'm able to do something in physical space, I mean, you mentioned baking, but like if it's going for a walk or like, my son is old enough now that we go on little adventures. So we'll just like go to, a part of town that has a little shoppy shop and get a little, special drink or whatever and walk around and just talk about stuff. And anything that I can do in physical space, it always is just so rewarding, especially as it gets easier and easier to just be inside and, mainline digital stuff.
This is something I kind of cut. There's a lot of stuff that I'll write with videos that I make kind of cathartically and then be like, this fucking sucks. I'm going to cut this out. It's not that I disagree with the sentiment, but it didn't really fit in what I was making. But one big thing that I've been kind of realizing lately is that algorithmically and with the new AI stuff, there's just more options than ever to have this false feeling of not being lonely when you are.
Yeah.
And it will give you an immediate feedback, whether it's talking to like an AI model or just being on like TikTok or Instagram Reels. Like the what's happening in the front of your brain is you feel like you're with people, you feel like you're seeing a conversation, you feel like you're having a connection, but it is all front facing. It is wax fruit,
Yeah,
it's like
right.
There's nothing really to it, but it does satisfy that kind of desperate need we all have to be with people in that short moment. But then long term, you look back and me included, look back and you're like, that was 4 hours on my phone, and I could have done anything with that time.
Right.
And I don't know, it's something that it's way easier said than done. It's a huge leap to try to make a new friend or start a new relationship or even just like go outside in public. But when you start doing it more, it all gets way, way, way easier. And then you start being confident in yourself and it's just really nice.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I have found that since, the pandemic, I have gotten more socially anxious, and I was wondering why that was. And I think it's exactly the reason you're describing, which is like I got really comfortable being with people digitally on my own terms, and I forgot what it felt like to like be at a party and be like, oh, there's a lot of variables. People are walking around. I'm like, yeah, like want to make sure everyone's comfortable, whatever. But like all of a sudden that got overwhelming to me. And I'm like extremely extroverted, like love people, but I get this weird feeling at parties now that I'm trying to curb and trying to, do away with. But
I feel like we're learning that a lot of the things we do in our life is kind of like a muscle, and you just have to keep working on it to make sure that it's strong.
Exactly. Much like a dildo therapist. Eddy, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. This was wonderful.
This is a joy,
very
dude.
excited to do it. And anytime you want to have me back or anything, I'm always down.
Would love to.
Also, let's hang out in real life.
Let's hang out in real life. Would love. Eddy, where can people find you?
Just search my name, Eddy Burback. It's my YouTube channel. Then also just my last name, Burback, is my YouTube channel with my brother Tony.
Yeah.
Two kind of different avenues of stuff. One is like video essays on video games and movies, and then one is I don't know how to describe the stuff I do. It's either you're gonna have. I'll say if you pick a video of mine, you're either gonna have a really fun time. Or you're going to leave being like, I don't know if I had a fun time.
Yeah.
And so that's just my name kind of all over social media and stuff.
Your name all over social media and stuff. Well, check out Eddy everywhere. And if you've got a problem that you're not quite sure how to solve, just remember that no matter who you are or where you are, perfection is only a call away.
That was a Headgum podcast.